Hello everyone, and welcome back to Business Bloom. Today we've got an exciting topic for all you aspiring snail farmers out there. We're going to talk about one of the most crucial decisions you'll make when starting your snail farm, selecting the right snail species. Before we dive into the different snail species, let me emphasize just how important this decision is. The species you choose can affect your farm's success, ease of management, and profitability. So, let's get started. Let's start with the Helix aspersa, commonly known as the garden snail. This snail species is one of the most popular choices for snail farming due to its adaptability, culinary value, and relatively straightforward care requirements. It has a spiral-shaped coiled shell, which is typically brownish or yellowish with dark stripes. The shell size can vary but is usually around 1 to 1.5 inches in diameter. Its body is soft and slimy, featuring a mucus secretion that has gained popularity in the cosmetics industry for its purported skin benefits. These snails are well suited to temperate climates but can adapt to a range of environments. They are often found in gardens, hence the name garden snail, but can also thrive in controlled farm environments. Helix aspersa snails are hermaphrodites, meaning they have both male and female reproductive organs. They lay small round eggs in underground cavities, typically during the warmer months. The eggs hatch into tiny snails, and their growth rate can vary depending on factors like temperature and food availability. Helix aspersa is known as a generalist feeder, meaning it can consume a wide variety of plant material. They feed on leaves, fruits, vegetables, and even decaying organic matter, making them relatively easy to feed on a snail farm. One of the key attractions of the Helix aspersa is its culinary value. It is considered a delicacy in many regions. The meat is tender and flavorful, often used in dishes like escargot, which involves cooking the snails in garlic butter. Due to its culinary appeal, there is a consistent demand for Helix aspersa in the restaurant and gourmet food markets. Snail meat is also high in protein and low in fat, making it a healthy choice for consumers. Helix aspersa can be raised in controlled environments, such as snail pens or enclosures, to protect them from predators and harsh weather conditions. They thrive in a humid environment and require access to a shallow dish of water for drinking. Proper nutrition is crucial for their growth and meat quality. Helix aspersa farming is considered environmentally sustainable, as it has a low impact on resources and land use compared to other traditional farming. Some potential challenges in Helix aspersa farming include disease management, proper feeding practices, and protecting the snails from predators like birds and rodents. In conclusion, Helix aspersa, the garden snail, is a versatile and adaptable species with culinary appeal. It's a great choice for those looking to enter the world of snail farming, offering both beginner-friendly care and potential for profit in the culinary market. However, like any farming endeavor, success requires proper management and attention to the snail's needs. Let's now explore the Achatina fulica, commonly known as the giant African snail. This species is renowned for its substantial size, rapid growth, and high reproductive rate, making it a popular choice among snail farmers in various parts of the world. The Achatina fulica is indeed a giant among snails, with a shell that can reach up to 7 inches or more in length. Its shell is typically conical, often light to dark brown with characteristic dark bands. The body of the snail is soft, slimy, and ranges in color from light gray to dark brown. Native to East Africa, the giant African snail has been introduced to many other parts of the world, often as a result of accidental releases or intentional introductions. It is highly adaptable and can thrive in various climates, although it prefers warm, tropical regions. Achatina fulica is a hermaphrodite, meaning it possesses both male and female reproductive organs. These snails have a high reproductive rate and can lay hundreds of eggs in a single clutch. The eggs are typically laid in a concealed location, such as underground, and hatch after a few weeks. This species is a voracious eater and consumes a wide range of plant material, including leaves, fruits, vegetables, and even bark. Due to their rapid growth and feeding habits, they require a consistent and balanced diet to thrive. While the giant African snail is not as commonly consumed as some other snail species, it is considered a delicacy in some cultures. The meat is often prepared in various dishes, similar to other snail species, and is known for its tender texture. Raising Achatina fulica can be rewarding, given their large size and potential for meat production. They can be housed in enclosures or pens, preferably with good ventilation and humidity control. Adequate nutrition and environmental conditions are crucial for their growth and development. The giant African snail has economic value not only for its meat but also for its mucus, which is used in cosmetics and skincare products. Despite their benefits, there are challenges associated with Achatina fulica farming, such as the risk of escape and becoming invasive in new regions. They are also susceptible to diseases and parasites, so regular monitoring and health management are essential. In some areas where Achatina fulica has been introduced, it has become an invasive species, outcompeting native snails and damaging crops and vegetation. In summary, the Achatina fulica, or giant African snail, is a remarkable snail species known for its impressive size and prolific reproduction. While it offers opportunities for snail farming and various uses, it is essential to consider the potential ecological impact and regulatory restrictions associated with its introduction in non-native areas. Proper management and responsible farming practices are crucial when working with this species. Thirdly, we have the Cornu aspersum, often referred to as petit gris or the common garden snail. This snail species is renowned in culinary circles for its delicate flavor and is a favorite among chefs. Cornu aspersum is a medium-sized snail with a coiled, conical-shaped shell. The shell is typically brownish or reddish-brown with darker stripes or bands, and it measures about 1 to 1.5 inches in diameter. The body of the snail is soft, slimy, and ranges in color from light gray to dark brown. Originally native to the Mediterranean region, Cornu aspersum has been introduced to many parts of the world and is now found in various temperate climates. It is often found in gardens, parks, and other green spaces. Cornu aspersum is a hermaphrodite, meaning it possesses both male and female reproductive organs. They lay small, round eggs in concealed locations, such as under rocks or in soil. The eggs hatch into tiny snails, and their growth rate depends on factors like temperature and food availability. These snails are considered generalist feeders and consume a wide variety of plant material. They feed on leaves, flowers, fruits, and vegetables, making them relatively easy to feed in a controlled farming environment. Cornu aspersum is highly esteemed in the culinary world and is often featured in dishes such as escargot. The meat is known for its tender, slightly sweet flavor and is typically prepared with garlic butter and herbs. Raising Cornu aspersum is a popular choice for snail farmers due to its culinary value and ease of management. They can be kept in controlled environments like snail pens or enclosures. The meat of Cornu aspersum is considered a delicacy and commands a premium price in many markets. The snail's mucus secretion is also used in cosmetics and skincare products. While they are relatively easy to farm, challenges such as disease management, protecting snails from predators, and ensuring proper hygiene must be addressed. In conclusion, Cornu aspersum, known as petit gris or the common garden snail, is a snail species highly regarded for its culinary value. It is relatively easy to farm and offers opportunities for commercial snail farming. However, as with any farming venture, responsible management and consideration of potential environmental impacts are crucial when working with this species. Lastly, let's explore Achatina achatina, commonly known as the Ghana tiger snail. This species is known for its impressive size and is highly valued for its meat, making it a sought-after choice for snail farming. Achatina achatina is one of the largest land snail species globally, with a shell that can grow up to 10 inches or more in length. The shell is conical and typically has a reddish-brown or dark brown color with distinctive tiger-like stripes, giving it its common name. The body of the snail is soft and slimy, with a range of colors from light to dark brown. This species is native to West Africa, including countries like Ghana and Nigeria. It is primarily found in tropical and subtropical regions. Like other land snails, Achatina achatina is a hermaphrodite, possessing both male and female reproductive organs. They lay their eggs in concealed locations, typically underground or in moist soil. The eggs hatch into small snails, and their growth rate can vary depending on environmental factors. Achatina achatina is considered a generalist feeder and consumes various plant material, including leaves, fruits, and vegetables. They have a voracious appetite and require a substantial amount of food to support their growth. The meat of Achatina achatina is highly prized for its tenderness and flavor. It is often used in local dishes in West Africa and is also popular in some international markets. Raising Achatina achatina can be rewarding due to its large size and potential for meat production. They require a warm and humid environment, making them suitable for tropical climates. Proper nutrition and housing are critical for their growth and development. The meat of Achatina achatina is a significant source of income for snail farmers in West Africa. Challenges in farming Achatina achatina can include disease management, ensuring proper humidity levels, and protection from predators. In some regions, this species is protected, and there may be regulations regarding its collection and farming. It is essential for snail farmers to be aware of and comply with local laws and regulations. In summary, Achatina achatina, known as the Ghana tiger snail, is a highly valued and sought-after snail species, particularly for its impressive size and flavorful meat. While it offers great potential for snail farming, proper care and management, as well as compliance with relevant regulations, are essential for success. Additionally, its conservation status should be considered in regions where it is protected. That's it for today's video on selecting the right snail species for your farm. Remember, the right snail species can set the foundation for a successful snail farming venture. Take your time, do your research, and consult with experienced farmers if needed. I hope you found this information valuable. If you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more informative videos on snail farming. Thanks for watching, and happy snail farming!